Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchimoh, and on this channel I talk about cake business. I share tips on personal development, entrepreneurship. I do story time tutorials, vlogs. I share recipes and relocation tips for bakers. And you're welcome. Look, I have to get a shorter intro. I think this is just a mouthful. So I am a Nigerian baker that is based in Manchester, the UK, the United Kingdom, and you're welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about relocation tips for bakers. I am kind of down at the moment, so to say, because I have shot this video and I'd gone 11 minutes in, almost 12 minutes, and my screen just froze and I lost the video. It's never happened before, but I don't know what happened today. I've searched for that video, I can't find it. So all the energy I've expended and everything, all gone. So I'm starting all over again. So please support me. Please like this video. Just click on the like button. If you're here for the first time, please kindly subscribe to my channel. If you've been watching my videos but you've not subscribed, why now? Please subscribe to my channel. And also, please, there's a super thanks sticker that you can use if you would like to say thanks, if you'd like to support my channel. Just check where you have the like, subscribe button down below my video and click on the super thanks and just support. I would greatly appreciate that. So I'm going to try to get myself back again and then deliver this video. Don't worry, we move. These things happen, but we move. As you can see, I am in a new environment, new background, new environment. This is my home. Yes, you're welcome to my home. So I am now currently in Manchester in the United Kingdom. So without further ado, a month ago I dropped a question on my community tab asking bakers who are relocating, who intend to relocate, or probably who have relocated, on what they would like to know, what they would, if they have any questions, they should share with me, and I would do well to answer them. So this is what this video is about. Please don't click away if you're not intending to relocate. I believe this will be of great use to you also now, and also in the future. So please don't forget to just keep watching. I believe that it will be of great value to you, and if you're yet to like, please like. So if it's something you're interested in, please keep watching. I'll be right back. And you're welcome back. So let's quickly get right to it. I had to write the questions down so that I can easily read them and give my answers to them. So this one is really lengthy. You can see this is just a question, but I'm going to answer. So Farida says, an observation I have when bakers relocate, especially to Europe and North America, is the effect of the difference in ingredients used in baking / decorating on the outcome of already existing recipes they might have. For example, I heard that the flour, mainly the processing, might differ from what we use here, which might cause different baking results. Also, most Nigerians are used to using only margarine, but have to almost immediately make the switch to butter, which could affect some recipes. Powdered whipping cream, which is common here, has to be switched to liquid whipping cream, which is not as stable. I would appreciate you giving guys as to how to relearn and navigate a cake business after relocating, given the differences in materials and ingredients. Thank you. So I believe that I've answered this question in a couple of my videos. Some of them I have answered them. Nevertheless, I will still give my answers to them directly here. So the first thing she talked about is the difference, is the effect of the difference in baking ingredients, baking and decorating on existing recipes. So coming here, I have not had to change any of my recipes. I have only had to, like she mentioned, I just switched from using margarine and butter to to butter alone. So I use salted or unsalted butter depending. Now this is not something that you should really be worried about. I had my concerns back home before I came here. So I think I was discussing with one of my students, Nadia in Germany. Shout out to you, Nadia. So I was discussing with her, I think it was for the send forth my mentees had for me, something like that. I can't remember where. So, or a personal talk, I can't remember exactly, but I know that I was having this discussion with her, and I talked about the difference in the ingredients, and she was like, it's what you taught us during, because I had a class during COVID, the lockdown in 2020, and she says that's the recipe you taught us is what I've been using from till now, and it's working. Then I know that I had feedback from my students. I had from Canada, from the US, from Germany, from is it Senegal or one country, so even Nigerians as well. So I'm particularly talking about those that are outside the country. So that's what they've been using. They baked and then they had different, they had good results, they had excellent results. So that's what she just reminded me. I'm like, oh yes, of course. So it's what I've been teaching them here, what I taught them here that they use over there, and it's still okay. So coming here, I've not had to switch my recipe, I've not had to change anything. Of course, using butter alone means that I would have a lighter texture, much more lighter texture and fluffy texture than what I'm used to having, the results I'm used to having for my cake textures back at home, but which is not a bad thing. I'm just learning how to, navigate and manage this as well. Another thing she talks about is the difference in ingredients. Like I've mentioned in my baking culture, shorts video, there are options. You have a variety of options here. You have self-raising flour, you have coconut flour, you have castor sugar. You can easily see when they say castor sugar in the baking ingredients, you can actually see it's castor sugar, which is different from granulated sugar. I think it's a much finer textured kind of granulated sugar. So you have that easily, you can easily get it. You have heavy cream, you have whatever, you have a lot of baking options and ingredients when it comes to baking here. So that's not a cause for worry. Also, most Nigerians are used to using only margarine, but I have to switch almost immediately to butter. Like I've talked about that. So I've had to switch. And of course, my textures are lighter, fluffy, but I'm still looking for a butter that would give me a really nice taste. I don't know, I just have something that I think I'm looking for. And then she talked about whipping cream, powdered whipping cream, which is common in Nigeria, switching to liquid whipping cream, which is not as stable. I haven't tried the whipping cream since I came here. My teacher also mentioned that when I went for a class, and showed me a particular brand and said it's even not as stable. So what I wanted to do was to come with my own powdered whipping cream, what I use in Nigeria, but I wasn't able to do that, unfortunately. Something happened, so I couldn't do that. I'm still looking to be able to do that. I hope that I can do that, so that I can still use my whipped cream here, and I can still use my whipped cream here for my cakes, and I believe that will work. So if you can, please come along with what you're used to, what works for you back at home. And the other thing she said is I would appreciate giving guides as to how to relearn and navigate a cake business after relocating, given the difference in materials and ingredients. So thank you, she says. So I still have a video plan that I want to do when it comes to baking, like particularly for baking, what you should know. Like for me, I did not just do a sharp transition. I did not just land and just start using. For those of you who have watched my video on things that you can bring to the UK if you're relocating, or maybe even Canada or US, wherever you're relocating to from your country, it doesn't even necessarily have to be Nigeria. Just carry some of the things you use back at home and then begin to gently do the transition. I wouldn't advise you to just sharply start using the things here or the ingredients here. Please let it be a gradual process. I'm not saying this is cast in stone. This is what I've done, and I'm just putting it as an advice to you so that you can, just have an idea. Either it works or you can try something else, but this is what I have done. Question number 2. Spritly90 says, honestly, my major worry is starting all over again. Building a customer base, sourcing for materials, and marketing especially. Thank you. So I would say I also had my worries. You also have your worries, which is understandable. Your major worry, which is understandable, and I empathize with you. But I would just encourage you that it's really, really nothing for you to, let weigh you down or to be worried about per se, because I also had that fear of starting again. But as at the point I left Nigeria, I was at that point where I'm like, I'm ready to leave. And I'm ready, willing to start again. So it starts right here in your mind. Mentally, you have to be prepared and you have to be ready. You have to know that you are basically starting all over again. So I already conditioned my mind. I was at that point where I felt, okay, enough is enough. Look, enough is, I don't want to say I don't care, but I got to that point where I just had to, you're just reorientate myself and know that, okay, you're starting afresh. Let that be clear to you. Okay, you're leaving your customers and then you're starting afresh. Another thing you talked about is building a customer base. So I would just advise you and encourage you to keep being visible. Just keep creating awareness. This is what works. Okay, so one major thing I did was to let my customers know that I had relocated. I let my audience, my followers know. I put up a post on Instagram that I had relocated, and it coincided, my relocation coincided with my 7th anniversary as a business in Nigeria. So I used the opportunity to thank them for their support, and also to let them know that I relocated, and also to let them know, for those of them that are already here, that I am here, I've arrived. And for those that are not here, if you have family and friends, please tell them that I bake cake signatures. It's in town. So that's one thing I've done, and I'm still creating content online. If you're not following me on Instagram, why not? This is my handle. Please follow me on Instagram. You're going to learn a lot of cake business tips. You're going to see a lot of content I create for bakers. So please hit the follow button on Instagram. So I've been creating content on Instagram, and in the past couple of days, I've seen a couple of few notable accounts that are here in the UK follow me on Instagram. And how did they get to see me? How did they get to know that I'm in town? It's because I'm there using geotags, using hashtags, creating content, and then letting people know that this is where I'm currently at the moment. Right now, I am in Manchester in the United Kingdom. I think I must have mentioned that in the beginning. So I'm just putting out content to let people know that I am here. Number 3, Chidiogo says, Ma, please, may I ask what... I hope I'm done with that. Marketing especially, so word of mouth, tell people. You saw I once made a cake for a birthday party. You know, I'm just letting people know basically. So word of mouth, the things that you've been doing to market your cake business, please keep at it. Let me save this video so I don't lose it. I'll be right back. So Chidiogo Helen says, Ma, please may I ask, what are the baking tools and equipment I need to travel with? Do I navigate to the foreign recipe, as my current might not be as that of theirs in terms of cake ingredients available over there? Obviously, the pricing will change. How do I come with new prices using the currency over there? Throw light on how to assess topper printing over there. Thank you, Ma, for the opportunity. Congrats once more. Thank you so much, Chidiogo. Thank you, Helen. Chidiogo Helen. I've already answered the first part of your question, baking tools and equipment you can travel with. Just in case you haven't seen the video, or for those who are new to my channel who are yet to see that video, I'm going to link it up right here. I think here or here. I don't know where. I'm going to link it up somewhere so that you're going to see baking ingredients that you can travel with. Do I navigate to the foreign recipe, as my current might not be as that in terms of cake ingredients? In terms of cake ingredients available over there. Okay, so I've answered that question in the first part of this video. Obviously, the pricing will change. Very true. Very, very true. How do I come up with new prices using the currency over there? So you have to do your costing. You're going to cost. So when I landed, in the first few weeks of my going out, visiting grocery stores, I was already taking notes of the prices of cake items. I made videos to show this, but I think I finally was not able to put out this content. But as I was going out, I was taking notes. Okay, how much is flour? How much is egg? How much is this? How much is sugar? How much is baking powder? I was just trying to get mental pictures. So there was the day I was taking notes on my phone. So you need to take notes of these things and then still do your normal pricing. But definitely it is not the way that you price cakes in Nigeria that you price cake here, because there are a lot of other things involved. More bills that you need to actually account for, bills such as utility bills, your water bill, your light bill, your gas, your what else, transport to the store to and fro, your units, your baking cost of running business. Different things works for different people. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to do a video on this later. Maybe if I can, I will. I'm not guaranteeing for now, fingers crossed. But you need to know the cost of your goods, your ingredients. You need to also add your toppers if you're buying toppers. So what I know really, let me not forget this, what I've seen that people do is to have a base price. So you calculate the cost of your ingredients, add your utilities, and then add your time as well. How much do you charge per hour? You add it to your cost as well, and then I think this would form your base pricing. So it's this base pricing that you're not going to begin to add things to. I'm talking, please, based on personal experience and what I've seen most people do online, especially on Instagram, because people usually have their prices stated here. Most people do, most bakers do. So they have a base pricing, especially on their websites. They have their base pricing, and then if you're adding this, if you're buying flowers, if you're adding dried flowers, they will just add the cost. They'll keep adding whatever it is you're adding or buying or using on that cake. They would add the cost to it, so that will now make it arrive at the total cost. And also they will factor in delivery. For those who do deliveries, they will factor in the delivery cost. For those who do pick up only, then delivery cost is out of it. So I hope this gives you an idea on how to price your cakes when you come here. And the next thing she talks about is throw light on how to access topper printing over here. It's pretty easy, it's not difficult. You have a lot of vendors who print toppers here. They are all on Instagram. There are a lot of them on Instagram, so you can just check them out, check what their terms and conditions are, check their prices, check their offerings, their products and everything, and then reach out to them either via email, DM, on their websites, whatever it is you can. I know that I've mentioned this, but I've not put out the video on how I was able to get some items when I wanted to bake my first cake. So please, if you're interested in this, let me know so that I think I can take you through that process. So thank you, ma, for the opportunity. She says, congrats once again. Thank you. Gum 3X John says, please, what are the procedures for relocating? I need to relocate. Please, I need to put out the disclaimer right here. I'm not an immigration consultant. I know people do this a lot, especially when it comes to Canadian YouTubers. They usually say it. So I am not an immigration officer, and I cannot officially advise or give information on relocation. I just do this for bakers. I'm sharing my journey into relocating, and then transiting into my transition into being a baker here, and that's what I'm doing. So if you want to relocate, I believe, however, that there are different paths. There is studies, there's the skilled workers visa, there's a global talent visa for those in the United Kingdom, for Canada, and there are other means as well. Then for Canada, there are different pathways as well. So just find out what you actually want to do. Would you like to own? What type of, are you coming here for studies? Are you coming here as a dependent? Are you coming here as a skilled worker? Are you exceptionally talented, skilled, gifted, that you can come on a global talent visa? You need to know there's also tech visa. I think there's one for tech, people in tech. So please find out and know what actually you want, what country you want to relocate to, and what pathway you want to use or you want to follow when you're relocating. So I have come to the end of this video, and I believe that you found it helpful. Please, if you're yet to like this video, click on the like button right away, and also subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so that you're notified when I upload a new video. If you have questions as well, please drop them in the comments and I'll do well to answer to them. There was also a question that was dropped on this post that I put up on my community tab, but it was more about marketing. It was more about marketing from someone who said she was really, I don't know if he's disappointed or frustrated or discouraged about the current strike and her business. So I gave her some tips on there. Please, you can check it on my community tab. I don't know if I can reshare that post. If I can, I will do, so that you can see my response to her. Okay, I also have a video coming up for Nigerian bakers, and I would have that available soonest by God's grace. Thank you so much for watching. Until I see you in the next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.